Is, as the military people, we don't arrest civilians. So, Mr. Speaker, you will remove me from this embarrassment by ordering that Minister for Internal Security, Minister for Defense should be summoned to appear before the whole House.
Okay, Senator Kindiki, before I make a ruling. Professor? Oh, since somebody's using his card. Senator Wario.
Pole Speaker. Meza zilikuwa karibu sasa nilibofia hiyo ya Senator Kindiki. Asante Speaker. Kwa kweli kabisa Bwana Speaker, hasa huko Tana River County sisi tumekuwa katika hali ya hofu kabisa, sababu kuna vijana walibebwa vile Senator Farhia alivyosema, walikuwa wakiendesha gari za Probox, wakiendesha abiria kutoka Hola mpaka Bura. Sasa vijana hao wakitoka wachukuliwe katika magari hayo na kupelekwa mahali ambapo hapajulikani. Mpaka leo familia hizo ziko kwa majonzi, na kwa kweli Senator Yusuf Haji ambaye ni mwenyekiti, ambayo mimi pia niko katika kamati hiyo ya security, siku nyingi tunamsumbua Senator Haji, tunamuuliza watu wamepelekwa wapi. Na ni vizuri kabisa leo Senator Haji ameongea kinaga ubwaga ya kwamba minister aweze kuja mbele ya seneti hii, sababu hata mimi kule nyumbani wananisumbua watu wa Tana River County ambao vijana wao wamekosekana katika hali ya sitofahamu. Mheshimiwa Speaker, pia kuna vijana waliuawa kinyama katika sehemu ya Munazini, mtu na ndugu yake. Walikuja wakauawa usiku na watu ambao wamejitambulisha kama wao ni polisi. Mpaka siku ya leo sisi hatuwezi kujua kama kweli hawa watu ni polisi au hawa watu ni majambazi. Kwa hivyo kuna hali ya kutatanisha sana. Tumekuwa katika hali ya hofu. Hata nikienda katika sehemu za mji wa Mombasa ambayo senator yuko hapa, sitaki kuongea mambo ya Mombasa sana. Kuna watu wamekosekana mpaka leo hawajulikani mahali wako. Kwa hivyo hasa kule pwani sisi tuko katika hali ya kutatanisha. Vijana wako katika hali ya adhari kubwa sana. Kwa hivyo hii arifa ambayo imetolewa na Daktari Abdullahi, senator wa Wajir, ni ya kweli, na sisi tungetaka hasa hawa mawaziri wawili wa kuje mbele ya seneti hii watueleze mahali watu wetu wako. Asante sana.
Okay, thank you very much. I think the issues raised by the chairman of security and other members and Senator Abdullahi are grave matters concerning human life. And therefore, when you get the chairman complaining, that means it's a very serious matter. Therefore, I'm directing that the Minister for Internal Security, for Security, and the Minister for Defense appear before the Committee of Security on Wednesday next week. It is so directed. Next statement by Senator Falhada Imna. Yes, Senator Haji.
We have summoned the Inspector General of Police and the DCI to appear before the whole House.
So, okay, I direct that they appear on Tuesday?
Fine.
Okay, Tuesday. It's so directed. Senator Falhada.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise pursuant to Standing Order 47-1 to make a statement on an issue of general topic concern, namely the use of Chinese on social media application, TikTok. Mr. Speaker, there have been a serious allegation against the application on the issue of data privacy. The application gathers information on the user's country location, internet address, and type of device, if allowed. It will also ascertain the user's exact location, phone's contact, and other social media network connections, as well as age and phone number. All this information is geared towards creating a profile of the user and not targeting advertisement as users presume. The application is also alleged to understand the user's area, what they like, find funny, and what they say to their friends. Hackers who could cause all sorts of harm to an individual can also access this data easily. Mr. Speaker, in Kenya, the platform has attracted a lot of users since its inception and introduction into the market in the year 2018. Kenyans share short videos in the platform for entertainment, while others use it to advertise their products. The question thus arises to the safety of the data that Kenyans unknowingly provide to the application regarding themselves. Mr. Speaker, the application has created a culture of violence, hate speech, bullying, and exchange of sexually explicit content, which in some cases are part of the trending topics with a million of posts. This has raised ethical concerns about the application and has contributed negatively to Kenyan society, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic era, when schools have remained closed for a long period of time. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to urge the Standing Committee on Standing Committee on Information and Technology to work with other government agencies to come up with a policy and legal framework to ensure safe usage of such applications and safeguard the metadata of the Kenyans that is being collected by the TikTok application. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mwaura Isaac.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu ya hiyo arifa ambayo imetolewa na mwenzangu Seneta Falhada Imanadeko kuhusu hiyo application ya TikTok. Kwa sababu nafikiri niliposikia vile ambavyo amechangia, mambo hayo pia yanahusisha pia zingine kama zile Facebook na Twitter na kadhalika. Na Mheshimiwa Spika, tunajua fika nini ambacho kinachoendelea katika anga za kimataifa. Kwamba Uchina ambao ni nchi ambayo imeendelea sana kutokana na utengenezwaji wa bidhaa nyingi, hata hapa tukiangalia nyingi zimetoka kule Uchina. Lakini sasa hivi wameanza pia kuingia katika mambo ya internet, mambo ya kutumia teknolojia ili kuweza kuwasiliana. Na ukiangalia zile kampuni ambazo mwanzo zimeweza kusajiliwa ama kuanzishwa kule Marekani, kama kule Silicon Valley, zenyewe pia zimeweza kushtakiwa katika anga za kimataifa kwa sababu ya kutokuwa na usiri wa data ambayo wanatoa kutokana na watu wote ulimwenguni. Kwa hivyo ni kweli nakubaliana na Mheshimiwa Falhada kwamba ni vizuri kuangalia hususan vile ambavyo hii data inatumiwa hususan kwa mambo ya ununuzi katika soko huria ambazo zipo katika ulimwengu huu. Lakini Mheshimiwa Spika, isiwe ni njia nyingine ya vile ambavyo tumeona vita kati ya iPhone na Huawei. Kwa sababu tunaona kwamba kuna kule kuingiliwa kwa nchi ya Uchina, hususan kwa sababu wanaanza kuchukua masoko ambayo yalikuwa yamedhaminiwa na nchi za kimagharibi. Isiwe ni kisingizio kuharibia jina, kwa sababu tunaona hata nchi kama Marekani wana bajeti maalum ya kuhakikisha kwamba wanapiga kule kusonga mbele kwa utumiaji wa bidhaa zote ambazo zinatoka katika kule Uchina. Kwa sababu Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa nini nasema hivyo? Ukiangazia takwimu, uchumi wa Marekani uko zaidi ya dola trilioni 21. Uchumi wa Uchina uko dola trilioni 14.4. Na inakisiwa kwamba chini ya miaka 10 uchumi wa Uchina utaweza kupita uchumi wa Marekani. Na kwa sababu Uropa na Marekani waliendelea kwa sababu ya kutengeneza bidhaa na kutoa moshi mkubwa na kuharibu mazingira, sasa hivi hata Uchina kwa sababu ya vile vile wanataka kuendelea kuanza kufanya kazi kupitia mitandao. Kwa hivyo sio haki kusema kwamba ni kidude tu kimoja cha nchi fulani ambacho kinatumia data visivyo. Ikumbukwe sana kwamba Mheshimiwa Spika, hapa humu nchini kuna kampuni inayoitwa Cambridge Analytica ambayo ilitumiwa kufanya ukarabati wakati wa uchaguzi. Kwa hivyo mimi mwenyewe nasema ndivyo waangalie, lakini wasiangazie tu TikTok. Waangalie pia Facebook, waangalie Twitter, waangalie Instagram na pia WhatsApp. Kwa hivyo ninaunga mkono, lakini naendelezea kwamba isiwe tu ni kwa sababu hii application imetoka tu katika nchi ya Uchina.
Senator Cherargei.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir, I want to congratulate Senator Falhada for that statement that she has made on the issue of TikTok. I think TikTok is famous among the young people because you can share a short video. Most people use for songs, among others. And in fact, the latest was during COVID, where one of the ladies, I think from Kakamega County, was able to make magical moves on the song Je Utawezana. And it depends on how you can use, it depends on how you can use that application, Mr. Speaker. But I agree in general or principality is that the internet, the usage of internet, Mr. Speaker, should be used to promote our values and principles within our society. I think Kenya and government has allowed all Tom, Dick and Harry, especially in the internet issues, to erode our values and principles. But Mr. Speaker, you remember now most of our children are at home since because of COVID, and TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, among other social media sites have been a place where many young people are influenced either negatively or positively. But TikTok is a good when you want to use it, because I know many young people that have used to promote their own music talents and other talents, because of course you can't gain entry into the mainstream media. Mr. Speaker, secondly is that there has been a fight, and my brother has alluded to, over the Cambridge Analytica, where they were using to know your preference, especially when the issue of interference of election in 2016 in the United States of America. And that matter, even the CEO of Facebook was being summoned by the Senate of the US to try and understand how Cambridge Analytica was able to use Facebook, among other social media sites, to collect information on preferences, especially on election during that time, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I agree that this matter must be dealt with. You remember there was an issue of Huawei and iPhone on the issue of usage of Android, among other things, and other applications. And this has become a matter of concern. Mr. Speaker, my worry with these applications is they are able to collect so much more information. And I remember, Mr. Speaker, when you facilitated us to visit Canada, Vancouver, in last year, and we were able to meet a committee on information technology of the Canadian Parliament, and they were telling us there are so many characters that Facebook require until they can know your preference, they can know your thinking. And this can be used to collect the intelligence, to collect the information, which is not good for any country, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, therefore, I want to thank our Senator Falhada for bringing this to the attention, that in as much as social media are good for our young people, we should use it in a positive and finally, Mr. Speaker, this issue, as even we discussed on the issue of TikTok and the usage of TikTok, Mr. Speaker, we should not also allow the curtailing of freedom of expression and freedom that is enshrined in the Constitution. The freedom of information is one of the key issues that we must protect, even as we invite the government to try and look and try to protect young people from TikTok, from Facebook, from Twitter, issuing proper policy within the Ministry of Information and Technology, Mr. Speaker, we must allow also not that violation of freedom of information. So, Mr. Speaker, the usage of TikTok as an application, it requires many information and character which should be carefully looked at. But I've seen many young people that have used TikTok to the benefit of their own exploitation of talents. And Mr. Speaker, let us protect our young people from also unnecessary influence that will erode our values and culture in this country. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, that's enough for that particular statement. Order, members. Next statement is by Senator Moses Wetangula. Eh? What's your point of order, Senator?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm looking at the clock, and it's 3:40 p.m. As a member...
Order, Senators. Let's consult in low tones.
Mr. Speaker, sir, as a member of House Business, we had agreed at House Business Committee that we will suspend the deliberation and then go out there and have a kamkunji so that the Committee of 12 and the leadership can be able to report to the House on the way forward. Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to request that we take this matter seriously, because outside there, we are getting hit hard that Senate is pussyfooting. Senate is indecisive. They are not giving Kenyans what they want. Mr. Speaker, sir, what we agreed on in House Business, we should actually right now, I request with all humility that we suspend any other business, we go out in a kamkunji so that we can brief the rest of the members on the final thing that we agreed on. Mr. Speaker, sir, our names are circulating. There is a page which is circulating with signatures that we agreed to be able to send money to counties. So I don't see the reason as to why we should proceed with any other business. I mean, look at the House, Mr. Speaker, sir. There are small kamkunjis meeting outside. Can we then now go out and discuss this way forward so that we can send money to counties? I'm tired, Mr. Speaker, sir, of being hit hard by Kenyans out there who are being lied to that Senate is the one which is indecisive. Senate has made a decision, and let us live with that decision now. We go there. We have signed 12 non-partisan members have appended their signatures so that we can send money to the counties. So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would like to request, with all humility, that we stop any other business in this House today. Let's go out there and let's give Kenya the way forward.
Senator Mogeni, what do you want to... Senator Mogeni? You know very well, order, members. Senator Mogeni, before I...
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yes, order, members.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yeah.
There is very loud consultation, Mr. Speaker.
Order.
There is very loud consultation.
Okay, order. Senators, take your seats.
Yeah.
We need to move with speed.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yeah.
I rise to second the request by my good friend, Senator von Narok. Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if you go to social forums, this House is being hit left, center, and right. Mr. Speaker, we cannot pretend that we have any more important business to discuss than to decide on this issue of revenue allocation to counties. Mr. Speaker, I want to request the Speaker that in the best interest of this country, we should adjourn now. We go out to a kamkunji, we get a brief from the 12 committee members. If we agree or disagree, we come back to the House, we vote, and we bring this matter to a close, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, order, Senators. Order, Senators. Okay. Order, members. You know very well that the Speaker must wait for an issue to be raised. And therefore, Senator Sakaja, I give you the floor.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg that I be heard in silence. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to...
Order, members. Consult in low tones. Order, members. Order. Orders. Senator Whip, take your seat.
Mr. Speaker.
Order, members.
Mr. Speaker, I want to persuade members.
Order. Let's consult in low tones.
To listen.
Listen,
Mr. Speaker,
senators.
these members gave me a mandate together with Senator Wetangula. Today we saw smoke that is white in color. We have a solution. Kenya has a solution. We have a solution for the Republic of Kenya. And Mr. Speaker, I want to ask you, using Standing Order 1, I've consulted with the clerks at the table, to just suspend business for 30 minutes so that we update, yes, so that we update, members, we were at SBC and we agreed to update members, our, Mr. Speaker,
Order, Senator Murkomen. Order, members.
Our report is as it was, Senator Wambua. Senator Wambua, I have led your team for more than a month. Trust me.
Order, members. Order, members.
We need just 30 minutes so that we report back. This House gave us a mandate.
Yeah.
And you're all aware of what we've agreed on. We want you to affirm it. We come here, we vote, and give this country a formula, Mr. Speaker.
Order, members. Order, members. Order, members. Order, members. Order, members. Order, members. I remember. Order, members. Order, members. Let us be orderly. Order. Senator, take your seat. Order, members. Order, members. With order. Let us be orderly. This is what I want to communicate. That we held a House Business Committee this morning, and we did agree that the committee that we gave a task will report to us, and after that, we come back, we reconvene, and vote. And therefore, I'm suspending the House for 20 minutes so that they give us a report, and then we reconvene after 20 minutes. It is so directed.
The Senate
Good afternoon, and welcome back to this live broadcast of the Senate proceedings on this 17th day of September 2020. This broadcast is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in conjunction with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. The senators are from Ashot Kamkunji to deliberate on the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue. The Select Committee, which was established to consider this matter, did meet today and drew a report that will be considered before this House this afternoon. The consensus building was called by the Senate Speaker, and they are from that particular engagement, and we await to see the result of that particular engagement, which lasted roughly 10 minutes. This is a process that has been a long time coming. The Senate has had to adjourn business a couple of times to get to where it is today. The report of the Select Committee will be debated by the senators and it will be considered. The third basis for revenue allocation among counties is one of the most important businesses that the Senate must engage in. According to the procedure, the Commission on Revenue Allocation proposes a revenue formula, a revenue sharing formula, and then it forwards it to the Senate, and thereafter the Senate considers and determines whether or not it will adopt it as it is or make amendments where need be. The Commission on Revenue Allocation did forward its formula to the Senate last year in 2019, and the Committee on Budget did take up the deliberations. A number of amendments were forwarded and the report was finally tabled in the Senate. A number of amendments to the report were proposed. Some senators did argue that in the spirit of nation building and fairness, there ought to be some changes to that particular report. This report by the Select Committee, which was established to reach a consensus on the third basis for allocation among the counties, may be perhaps considered to be an amendment to that report by the Budget Committee. But the report has to be voted and considered by the senators before it sails through the Senate. If you're just joining us, we are waiting for the Senate to reconvene. They are fresh from a Kamkunji meeting chaired by the Speaker of the Senate, and it was meant to deliberate and reach a consensus on the proposed formula for revenue allocation among county governments. The Senate did speak extensively on the issues pertaining to the shutdown of counties, and senators maintained that they will continue to perform their mandate, and that mandate is ensuring that counties have enough resources for service delivery. A couple of selfies here and there. Senators appearing to be in a very jovial mood as they await this all-important debate and vote on the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue. The committee which was established to look into this formula was chaired by Senator for Bungoma County, Senator Moses Wetangula, and co-chaired by the Senator for Nairobi County, Senator Johnson Sakaja. Other members of the committee include Senator Engineer Mahmoud Mohammed, Senator Stewart Madzai of Kilifi, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. of Makueni County, Senator Samson Cherargei of Nandi County, Senator Moses Kajwang of Homa Bay County, Senator Susan Kihika of Nakuru, Senator Anwar Loitiptip of Lamu County, Senator John Kinywa-Nderitu of Laikipia County, and Senator Ledama Olekina of Narok County. The senators did agree and made recommendations on ways that the House can break the deadlock and end the impasse that has been with us for a couple of months now. The impasse is on the basis for allocation among the counties, the share of the national revenue. While meeting various leaders at State House, President Uhuru Kenyatta did promise counties a further 50 billion shillings in the next financial year. This 50 billion shillings will be issued to counties based on the performance of the economy. The report by the select committee has factored in that 50 billion, and the argument is that no county should lose any money. And as compared to the current financial year, the next financial year should look attractive, and that counties can be able to put in place systems that will ensure that the monies allocated to them are used prudently. There are a number of parameters which have been put into consideration in this particular formula by this committee, as well as the budget committee and the origin or the drafters of the formula, the CRA. According to the select committee, population gets 18%, health is also a parameter there, agriculture, urban services, roads, poverty, basic share, as well as the land area. In a couple of moments, we will be the debate will get underway, and as soon as that moment arrives, then you'll be able to follow the proceedings of the Senate live. This broadcast is brought to you by the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit in conjunction with the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. Just a quick recap. The consensus building on the proposed formula following a Kamkunji meeting that was held on 15th September 2020. The Senate was briefed that the Senate leadership had held a consultative meeting with His Excellency the President on the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, the share of national revenue. The Kamkunji was informed that His Excellency the President directed that in the financial year 2021-2022, the equitable share be increased by 53.5 billion shillings. In this regard, the committee was tasked to build consensus and consider the implication of the further allocation on the formula. The committee went further to make a raft of recommendations. At its meeting held on 17th September, the committee deliberated on the third basis for revenue allocation and recommended the following as the third basis for revenue allocation among the counties for the financial year 2020-2021. to 2024-2025, which shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula, where allocation ratio equals the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, which stands at 316.5 billion. And two, the formula, which equals 18% for population index, 17% for health index, 10% agriculture index, 0.05 urban index, 0.14 poverty index, 0.08 land index, 0.08 road index, and 0.20 basic share index. The broadcast of the live proceedings of the Senate will continue shortly.
Okay, honorable senators, I saw a lot of photo sessions. That is the spirit of the Senate, that we remain as one Senate. So, welcome back. So we'll go back. We have a new supplementary order paper, which is in your gadgets, and also a few hard copies. So we'll go to order number 6. Clerk.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Senator Sakaja.
In English. Where's the notice? Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion. I won't read all of it. I have to read all of it. Okay, I have to read all of it. Approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments. That aware that under Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate, by resolution, is required to determine the basis for allocating among counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. Further aware that the Senate mandated the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance and the Council of Governors, among others, and subsequently conducted public participation pursuant to Article 118(1)(b) of the Constitution, as documented in the report table in the Senate on Monday, the 13th of July, 2020, cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(1) of the Constitution, the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial years 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1. The allocation ratio shall be equals to the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, and 2. The formula of 18% population index, 17% health index, 10% agriculture index, 5% urban index, 14% poverty index, 8% land area index, capped at 7%, no square root, 8% roads index, and 20% basic share index, where health services is a health index, health facility gaps are 20%, 3 years average number of primary health care visits to level 2 and 3 health facilities, 60% and 3 years average inpatient days in level 4 and 5 hospitals, 20%. And the facility gap factor is the ratio of the facility gap in each county divided by the total facility gap in the country. Primary health care factor is the number of primary health care visits in your county over the total in the country. Inpatient days factor as well is number of inpatient days in your county over the total. Agriculture services, where the agricultural index is 0.005 by the minimum share index plus 0.095 of the ratio of rural households in your county over the total number of rural households in the country. Other county services, where the population index is simply your county's population over the population of the country, 47 million. Minimum share, which is the basic share index, meaning that 19% of the equal share index plus 0.01%, the inverse population of a county over the total inverse population of the 47 counties in summation, meaning the country of Kenya. Land, where the land area index is the land area in your county, county I, over the summation of the land area in 47 counties, which is 583,000 square kilometers of Kenya. The roads index, which is the rural access index in county I, over the summation of rural access index in all counties of Kenya. The poverty index, which is the number of poor people in your county, county I, over the total summation of the number of poor people in the country as indicated. An urban index, urban service, urban index is the urban households in your county over the total summation of urban households in the Republic of Kenya. Further, the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial years 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2020-2021. The county allocation will be equal to the allocation ratio, which is 2019-2020, plus 0 by the formula, meaning each county shall get exactly what they got. B, equitable share for 2021-2022 to 2024-2025 of 370 billion. Mr. Speaker, I'm not sure if senators have heard. Of 370 billion and above, county allocation will be 0.5, which is 50% of the 1920 allocation ratio, plus the difference of whatever remains above, equitable share, minus 0.5 allocation ratio by the formula as stipulated above, provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(2)(b) of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation, CRA, takes account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into account additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, and wildlife and conservation in determining principles and parameters of equitable sharing of national revenue among the counties moving forward. The simulation is as in the order paper. There is no way I can read the entire simulation. Mr. Speaker, I beg to give notice of motion. Thank you.
Next order. Okay, honorable members, so I'm just allowing the reading of this order number 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, which will take about 2 minutes. Okay, clerk.
Order number 8, the Basic Education Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 10 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Basic Education Act and for connected purposes. Order number 9, the Kenya Citizenship and Immigration Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 12 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Kenya Citizenship and Immigration Act and for connected purposes. Order number 10, the Copyright Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 13 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Copyright Act and for connected purposes. Order number 11, the County Vocational Education and Training Bill, Senate Bills number 14 of 2020, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to provide a framework for the establishment of systems for the administration of training in vocational education and training within a county and for connected purposes. Order number 12, the Persons with Disabilities Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2020. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Persons with Disabilities Act to provide for the functions of the national government and the county governments and for connected purposes. Order number 13, motion, approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments.
Senator Wetangula.
What did he say? Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion. Motion on approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments. That are aware that under Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. Further aware that the Senate mandated the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance and the Council of Governors, among others, and subsequently conducted public participation pursuant to Article 118(1)(b) of the Constitution, as documented in the report tabled in the Senate on Monday, 13th July 2020. Cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(1) of the Constitution, the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial years 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1. Allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020. 2. Formula, 18% population index, 17% health index, 10% agriculture index, 5% urban index, 14% poverty index, 8% land area index capped at 7%, 8% road index, and 20% basic share index, where health services, health index as set out in the index paragraph, facility gap as set out, primary health care factor as set out, inpatient days factor as set out, agriculture index as set out, population index as set out, basic share index as set out, land area index as set out, roads index as set out, poverty index as set out, and urban index as set out. Further, the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial years 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2020-2021, count allocation equal to allocation ratio, which is 2019-2020 allocation. B, equitable share for 2021-22 to 2024-25 of Kenya shillings 370 billion and above, count allocation equal to 5% allocation ratio plus equitable share, 50% allocation ratio plus equitable share of 50% allocation ratio according to the formula, provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(2)(b) of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for the revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into account additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, wildlife and conservation, in determining principles and parameters of equitable sharing of national revenue among the counties. Mr. Speaker, honorable senators, this is a matter that has been canvassed for a very long time. We need not belabor the point. The motion is as clear as it is. I forgot, sorry, Mr. Speaker. There is an allocation table that is attached to the motion, which members can read from the order paper. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move, and in so moving, I want to table the report of the Committee of 12 so that it becomes part of the record of this debate and this House. And for the record, Mr. Speaker, allow me to acknowledge the members of the Committee of 12, Senator Moses Wetangula, EGH MP, Senator Johnson Sakaja, CBS MP, as co-conveners, Senator Engineer Mohamud Mohammed, CBS MP, Senator Stewart Matsayo, CBS MP, Senator Kipchumba Murkomen, EGH MP, Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr. MP, Senator Samson Cherargei MP, Senator Moses Kajwang MP, Senator Susan Kehika MP, Senator Anwar Loitiptip MP, Senator John Kinyuanderitu MP, and lastly, Senator Ledama Olekina MP. Mr. Speaker, I beg to lay the report, to table the report of the committee. Mr. Speaker, without much ado, I just want to thank the House for giving the Committee of 12 an opportunity and the confidence and the trust for the committee to labor for the last 17 sittings of the committee to come up with this formula. This formula, Mr. Speaker, brings to rest a long, protracted, winding, noisy
debate in the House. Noisy and messy debate in the country, Mr. Speaker, that has now come to an abrupt end. This House has risen to the billing as the defender of counties, and in so doing, Mr. Speaker, we are giving the country a formula that will work. Last but not least, Mr. Speaker, I want to salute the head of state and the leadership of the House and the House as a whole, that the protracted process that we took has been able to bring on the table of our counties an additional 53.5 billion. So it has not been in vain, Mr. Speaker. It has borne fruit. And I want to encourage this House to remain steady, to remain steadfast, and to be the last line of defense of the doctrine and tenets of devolution in this country. I wish now, Mr. Speaker, to invite I beg to move and invite my distinguished nephew, the Senator for Nairobi and co-convener, to second.
Have I heard someone saying, rebel in chief? No, I am not a rebel. Not at all. Mr. Speaker, I beg to second this motion and associate myself with the remarks by my distinguished uncle, Senator Wetangula Masika Moses on this formula. Mr. Speaker, we agreed earlier that members want to vote, and thereafter we shall make remarks. And Mr. Speaker, as I second, I want to just mention, because I hope that then you will give me the first or the second bite of the cherry to explain this journey and consensus and solution for Kenya and victory for the Senate, not for any side, but for the country and people of Kenya and for devolution. As I second, Mr. Speaker, I beg to second and I beg to ask, as earlier directed, that you propose the question and immediately put the question so that we vote and then we can discuss this, Mr. Speaker, and explain to Kenyans what we've been able to do. With that, Mr. Speaker, I beg to second. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable Senators, I propose the question, which is that aware that under Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocating among counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. Further aware that the Senate mandated the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance and the Council of Governors, among others, and subsequently conducted public participation pursuant to Article 118(1)(b) of the Constitution as documented in the report tabled in the Senate on Monday, 13th July 2020. Cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among counties their share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(1) of the Constitution, that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, formula 018 population index, 017 health, 010 agriculture, urban index 005, poverty 008, land area index 008, roads 020, bear share index. I don't. Or basic share index, where the table is very long, and I don't think, in the interest of time, are set out in the table. Further, the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that's annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2020-21 county allocation ratio zero formula. B, equitable share for 2021-2022 to 2024-25 of Kenya shillings 370 billion and above, county allocation 0.5 allocation ratio plus equitable share 0.5 allocation ratio formula, provided that the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, the Senate resolves, they're saying tell them. Further, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 2017-2B of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into account additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, and wildlife and conservation in determining principles and parameters of equitable sharing of national revenue among the counties. It concerns counties, and therefore you are going to vote as delegations. I now put the question, which is that aware that Article 217 of the Constitution, the Senate by resolution is required to determine the basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually located at the county level of government. Further aware that the Senate mandated the Steering Committee on Finance and Budget to consider the recommendations of the Commission on Revenue Allocation and consulted the Cabinet Secretary responsible for Finance and Accounts of Governance, among others, and subsequently conducted public participation pursuant to Article 118(1)(b) of the Constitution as documented in the report tabled in the Senate on Monday, 13th July 2020. Cognizant that the matter of the third basis for allocating among counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government has evoked robust debate in the Senate and in the nation at large, leading to a series of consensus-building initiatives. Now, therefore, the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 2017(1) of the Constitution, the third basis for allocating among the counties the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 and 2024-2025 shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula where 1, allocation ratio, the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020, formula 18 population index, 17 health, 10 agriculture, 0 urban index, poverty 8, land index 8, road index 20, basic share index, where the rest are set out in the table. Further, that the Senate resolves that the third basis for allocating among the counties that share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government for the financial year 2020-2021 to 2024-2025 shall be applied as follows. A, equitable share for 2020-2021 county allocation equals to allocation ratio plus 0 formula. B, equitable share for 2021, 2022, 2024, 2025 of 370 billion and above. County allocation equals to 0.5 allocation ratio plus equitable share of 0.5 allocation ratio formula. Provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of a shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020. Further, that the Senate resolves that pursuant to Article 217(2)(b) of the Constitution, the Commission on Revenue Allocation takes to account the resolution of the Senate on the third basis for revenue allocation and the debate thereon, and further take into action additional factors including pastoralism, the livestock sector, the blue economy, the extractive industries, and wildlife and conservation in determining principles and parameters of equitable share of national revenue among the counties. I now order that the bell be rung for 1 minute. No. counties.
You're watching the live proceedings of the Senate, where the senators will be voting on a report by the committee established to consider the matter of the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of the national revenue. The committee, convened by the Senator for Bungoma County and co-convened by Senator Johnson Sakaja of Nairobi County, did draft a report, and that particular report is providing a way forward on this impasse that has been blamed on cash crunch in the counties. The Article 217.
I now direct that the bus be drawn.
Article 217, subsection 1 of the Constitution of Kenya provides that once every 5 years, the Senate shall by resolution determine the basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue that is annually allocated to the county level of government. In order to facilitate the workings of the Senate.
Okay, because of logistics, I think you will have to draw the bar so that those outside can also be able to vote. Yeah. Open.
In order to facilitate the workings of the Senate, Article 216.
You can draw the yeah. The teller for the ayes and the teller for the no. Just for purposes for the avoidance of doubt, it's good to have. There could be a no. So let's have Kasanga is for yes. Senator, Kasanga, I'm told, has been pronounced. You can be for no. Okay. Order, senators. Okay, we can begin.
So, motion for the approval of the third basis for revenue allocation among the county governments, division. Roll call. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote a big yes.
Senator Boy Issa Juma, Kwale County.
Kwale County, vote yes.
Senator Cherarke Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
I, Cherargei Kiprotich Samson, in the spirit of Koitalel Arab Samoe, and getting additional 1.6 billion to Nandi County, I vote a resounding yes.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
Kericho votes yes.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote big yes.
Senator Hagura Godana, Marsabit County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda, Machakos County.
Machakos, which stood with solidarity of Kenyans, and Ukambani, I vote a big yes.
Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
Homa Bay County votes yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
Uasin Gishu votes yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Moranga County.
Yeah, Moranga gains 800 million. I vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, so for Vihiga, it's an emphatic yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Rubenson, Kirinyaga County.
Speaker, hata kama soko imekwisha, I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
Mr. Speaker, with Nakuru County gaining 2.5 billion, I definitely vote yes.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa watu wa Kiambu na vile ambavyo nimewapigania pamoja na Senator, na sasa tunapata bilioni 2, nasema ndio. Asante.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Tharaka Nithi County, I vote yes.
Senator Kirenyaga Ephraim Mwangi, Maina, Nyeri County. Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes, and for the prosperity of Kenya.
Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, yes. Bomet County.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, sir, on behalf of the great people of Bomet, who stood with me during that particular moment when we were struggling for this, and now Bomet is gaining 1.184 billion. I therefore vote great yes.
Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County.
I, Dr. Lelegwel Tumbesi, Senator for the great people of Samburu County, now gaining 750 million votes yes.
Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
The son of a DJ, the DJ is son.
I, the Senator of Lamu County, together with the great people of Lamu, for the willing of devolution, together with my internal and external organs, I vote yes.
Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
What's your point of order, Senator Orengo?
Mr. Speaker, the Senator of Lamu has a very interesting way of voting that I, with my internal and external organs. Does it mean that in the future we'll have to have a clarification every time he votes? Which part of the organs are voting?
I think next time we'll include others that are not external. Let's proceed.
Shukran, Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, kwa niaba ya wananchi wa Kilifi wanaoangalia runinga saa hii, wakati huu historia ikifanywa, mimi Stewart Mazayo napiga kura yao ya ndio.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
So Speaker, sir, this is really a great day. On behalf of the great people of Mandera, I vote yes. Thank you.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
Mr. Speaker, for a united Kenya, and now that Kakamega County is gaining 1.976 billion, I, Cleophas Wahungu Malala, son of David Major Malala, on behalf of Kakamega County, do hereby vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I, Ochilo Mbogo Ayako George, on behalf of the good people of Migori, and grateful for 1.2 billion that we have received, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, having gone to battle on behalf of the great people of the county of Nyamira, and having saved them a loss of 545 million, and having saved the entire Omogusi nation a loss of more than 600 million, and now going back home with 1.432 billion to the Omogusi nation, vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Toet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the great people of Elgeyo Marakwet County and for a united nation called Kenya, and on behalf of all people who believe in equity in this great republic, I vote a great yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
On behalf of the people of Makueni, and in the spirit of leaving no county behind, and for a united Kenya, and for Team Kenya, and for 726 million shillings, I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, for the sake of expecting development in Nyandarua and for the sake of expecting good roads to be constructed in Nyandarua County, I, Paul Githiomi, vote yes.
Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the great people of Taita Taveta, whom I served from loss of 400 million to gaining 600 million, I vote yes.
Senator Mwenye Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa niaba ya watu wa Mombasa na kwa niaba ya Kenya nzima, ninapiga yes.
Senator Nderito John Kinywa, Laikipia County.
Kwa niaba ya watu wa kaunti ya Laikipia, na kwa sababu hela za Laikipia zimeongezeka kwa milioni 958, mimi kwa niaba ya ndugu zangu wote wa hapo Laikipia napiga ndio.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njero, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I, Ledama Olekina, son of Midangayu, who is a son of Tata, a son of my son, and for the great people of Narok County, who were losing 853 million. And now we have converted it to a gain of 805 million. I vote yes.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
Mr. Speaker, last time I said for a united Kenya and for bringing the whole nation together through... No, let me put it, for a united Kenya and bringing the nation together through BBI, I now proudly vote yes, because Kisii is gaining 1.1 billion.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
Mr. Speaker, with Kisumu County joining the League of Billionaires at 1.189 billion on behalf of the Kisumu County and the Kisumu City, I, Frederick Otieno Outa, aka Nyarwath, I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
Mr. Speaker, in accordance to the Constitution, I have consulted the delegation of Nairobi with Senator Millicent Omanga, Senator Faria, Others were not available for comment. Senator Kasanga, because Nairobi believes there is no Kenya A and Kenya B, we vote yes.
Senator wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I, Sitwila Amos Wako, son of Daniel and grandson of Wasihongo, on behalf of the people and the county of Busia, which has now left the club of millionaires and joined the club of billionaires, I vote yes and ask the county government to use what we have struggled to get for them in a very transparent and accountable manner. Yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I, Enoch Kio Wambua, son of Pastor Peter Wambua Mamuli, for and on behalf of the great people of Kitui County, who were supposed to be losing 500 million Kenya shillings, but now they have gained 1.563 billion Kenya shillings. And on behalf of the great people of Machakos, who have gained 1.4 billion Kenya shillings, and the people of Makueni, who have gained 700 million Kenya shillings, the people of Kitui, Mr. Speaker, vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
Mr. Speaker, mimi Senator Juma Wario lalafa uta disajejitia jelata gumitutwa. On behalf of the great people of Tana River County, I was to lose 600 million and now recovered the 600 million and gained another 600 million. Therefore, on behalf of Tana River County, I vote yes.
Yes, Senator Kabaka, what's your intervention?
You're not
Okay.
Senator Speaker.
Order. You can read the mood of the House.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, on my own behalf and on your behalf, as my constituent in Bungoma, I, Moses Francis Masika Wetangula, son of Dominic and great son of Emmanuel, on behalf of the people I represent, I vote emphatically yes for 1.76 billion.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salao, Kajiado County. Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County.
Kuna maneno nitakwambia. Okay. Sorry.
You're watching live proceedings of the Senate this evening of 17th September 2020, where the senators have concluded voting exercise on the report by the committee established to consider the matter of the third basis for allocation among the counties, the share of national revenue. The committee did draw some recommendations, and in its report, it did indicate that at its meetings held on 17th September 2020, the committee deliberated on the third basis for revenue allocation and recommended the following as the third basis for revenue allocation among counties for the financial years 2020, 2021 to 2024, 2025, which shall consist of the allocation ratio and the formula, where allocation ratio equals the shareable revenue allocated to the counties in the financial year 2019-2020. Formula equals 0.18 for population index, 0.17 for health index, 0.10 for agriculture index, 0.05 for urban index, 0.14 for poverty index, 0.08 for land area index, 0.08 for roads index, and 0.20 for basic share index. In its recommendation, the committee did indicate that provided that for the duration of the operation of the third basis for allocating revenue among the counties, no county shall receive in any financial year an amount of shareable revenue that is less than the amount of shareable revenue received by the county in the financial year 2019-2020.
Okay, order, members, take your seats. Okay, order, senators, take your seats. Okay, honorable senators, Amos, son of, take your seat. Son of someone. Son of someone. I was wrong, I remember. So, honorable senators, the results are as follows. Abstentions 0, nays 0, ayes 41. The ayes have it. Now, honorable senators, for the convenience of the House, I want to amend the order so that we also deal with the CARA, and then comments will be made together because for both, because they are all matters dealing with finance. So order number 14, clerk. Yes, Senator Khanere.
Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to the provisions of our standing order, and in particular standing order number 31, paragraph 3A. Realize, Mr. Speaker, we have only 45 minutes to adjournment of the House. Mr. Speaker, our standing orders are that if you are to extend, you have to raise the motion before 30 minutes to the time. I therefore raise pursuant to the provision of that standing order, and the Senate resolves and move that the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in the order as number 13, number 14, and number 15 in the supplementary order paper. Deputy Speaker, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, I second.
Okay. Honorable Senators, I propose the question which is that pursuant to Standing Order 31-3A, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in order number 13, 14, and 15 in the supplementary order paper. I now put the question, which is that pursuant to Standing Order number 31-3A, the Senate resolves to extend its sitting until the conclusion of business listed in order number 13, 14, and 15 in the supplementary order paper. As a manner of that opinion, say aye. Aye. As a manner of a contrary view, say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Order number 14, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, second reading.
Yes, Senator Orengo.
Since the bill had been moved and seconded, and essentially CARA and the formula are related, will I be in order, Mr. Speaker, to ask you to call upon the mover to reply? Then we vote, and then the comments will be made together.
The records we have are different because they indicate that the mover had only spoken for 3 minutes. And Speaker has ruled that the move be suspended pending the meeting with CRA on the formula for the third basis of revenue allocation. So you move. Yes, Senator Murkomen.
In that regard, Mr. Speaker, it means the motion was not moved. And will I be in order then to request the mover to move it as amended? So that, Mr. Speaker, since it had not been moved, we move it as amended. We don't have to go through all these other amendments that are in the order paper. He moves it together with the amendments. And I think that is in order within the standing orders.
This is second reading. Okay, Chair, the new chairman. Can you move it?
But it is 20 pages. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move the following motion. The county allocation of revenue, Senate Bill number 7 of 2020. Mr. Speaker, the amendments are there. The County Allocation Revenue Senate Bill number 7 of 2020 is prepared in accordance with the Article 217 and Article 218 1B of the Constitution. The bill guarantees the county governments their respective share of revenue linked nationally.
Can you move so that the bill be read a second time first?
Oh.
For that, no.
Mr. Speaker, I move that the bill be read a second time. And Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the annual allocation to counties is based on the provision of the Division of Revenue Act, DOLA, as required by Section 191(3) of the Public Finance Management Act 2012. The Division of Revenue Act 2020 gives a total allocation of Kenya shillings 369.8 billion to county governments for the financial year 2020-2021. The allocation of Kenya shillings 369.8 billion is aggregate of the following: equitable share of Kenya shillings 316.5 billion as set out in the first schedule of the bill. Conditional allocation from national government share of revenue of Kenya shillings 23.16 billion as indicated in the second schedule. And third, conditional allocation to loans and grants from development partners of Kenya shillings 30.2 billion as indicated in the third schedule. Mr. Speaker, the first schedule of the bill sets the allocation of each county government's equitable share of revenue raised nationally in the financial year 2020-2021. The second schedule of the bill, Mr. Speaker, sets out the 6 conditions allocation for the counties from the share of national government revenue for year 2020-2021. This constitutes total of 23.1 billion, including 9 billion from the Roads Maintenance Levy Board fund. The 6 conditional allocations to the county government are: leasing of medical equipment of Kenya shillings 6.205 billion, which has increased to Kenya shillings 6.2 billion allocated in 2019-2020. Level 5 hospitals of Kenya shillings 4.33 billion. Compensation for user fee forgone of Kenya shillings 900 million. Rehabilitation of youth polytechnics of Kenya shillings 2 billion. Supplementary for construction of county headquarters, 5 counties, Kenya shillings 300 million, which has decreased from Kenya shillings 485 million allocated in the financial year 2019-2020. Road maintenance fuel levy funds, Kenya shillings 9.43, which has increased from the allocation of Kenya shillings 8.98 billion in the financial year 2019-2020. The increase is attributable to higher projected revenues from the fuel levy in the financial year 2020-2021. Mr. Speaker, the second schedule with respect to conditional grants, to conditional allocations to county governments from loans and grants from development partners during the financial year 2020-21. The National Treasury is a signatory to the financing agreement with development partners. During the year 2020-21, the total additional conditional allocations from the development partners amounts to Kenya shillings 30.2 billion, which is a decrease from the allocation of 39.09 billion allocated in the year 2019-2020. Mr. Speaker, the conditional allocations from the development partners are as follows: IDA, Kenya Devolution Support Program, KDSP, Level 1, Kenya shillings 2.115 billion. Transfer of health services for universal health care, Universal Care Project, 4.345 billion. Danida, Universal Health for Devolved System Program, 900 million. National Agriculture and Rural Inclusive Growth Project, NAGLIP, 4.261 billion. AU Instruments for Devolution Advice and Support, ideas, Kenya shillings 216. ID World Bank, Kenya Climate Smart Agriculture Project, Kenya shillings 7.119 billion. World Bank Kenya Urban Support Program, UDG, Kenya shillings 6.366 billion. Water and Sanitation Development Projects, 3.4 billion Kenya shillings. Sweden Agriculture Sector Program, Program 2, Kenya shillings 652.6 0.584 million million. AU Water Tower Protection and Climate Change Mitigation Adaptation Program, Kenya shillings 528 million. Drought Resilience Program in Northern Kenya, Kenya shillings 300 million. Mr. Speaker, the fourth schedule is on the budget settings on recurrent expenditure of county executives and county assemblies for the financial year 2021. Aware that the county equitable share for the financial year 2020-21 remained the same as equitable share allocation for the year financial year 2019-2020, it is proposed that recurrent expenditure ceilings remain the same. Mr. Speaker, it is important for the House to note that the equitable share allocation provided in the bill are based on second basis for sharing national revenue among counties. Having approved that basis, it is proposed that the first schedule of the bill be amended to reflect county allocation based on that basis. Mr. Speaker, pursuant to Article 187(2) of the Constitution and Gazette Notice number 1609 of 25th February 2020, some functions of the Nairobi City County, as set out in Part 2 of the fourth schedule of the Constitution, were transferred to national government. Article 187(2)(a) of the Constitution requires that arrangement be put in place to ensure resources necessary to undertake or perform the functions transferred are provided. Article 219 of the Constitution provides that counties' share of revenue raised by the national government shall be transferred to the county without undue delay and without deduction except when the transfer has been stopped under Article 225. It is therefore important for the bill to clarify on how matters concerning transfer of functions from the county government to national government would be dealt with. In line with the provisions, with the above provisions, the committee proposed amendment to Clause 7 of the bill, which currently provides that where a county government has transferred function to national government pursuant to Article 187 of the Constitution, what do I do? How? Mr. Speaker, in the interest of time, as stated in the order paper, those are the amendments that we have recommended. And Mr. Speaker, these provisions are intended to ensure the transferred functions are appropriately funded from the respective county government budgets through the implementation of programs under such functions is under national government. Mr. Speaker, I beg to move and request Chilo, my distinguished brother from Migori, to second the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, protect me from Kangata. I am the vice chair and he cannot lord it over me. Now, Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the Committee for Finance and Budget, and I also want to thank colleague senators for the good work that they have done, and I want to appreciate my able chair for moving this bill. Mr. Speaker, we have had discussions to the extent that we are nearly exhausted on matters finance. I just want to say a few things by way of seconding, and I hope all of us will be in support of this bill. Mr. Speaker, a politician in my backyard is now deceased, once said that in order for conception to take place, in order for pregnancy to take place, there must be physical and robust engagement of man and woman. Mr. Speaker, that engagement is the engagement that leads to conception, and all of us were conceived that way. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that this bill has been preceded by that kind of engagement. This House and the nation has engaged robustly. Some people were apprehensive that that engagement would tear the nation apart. I am happy, and so are my colleagues, that out of that engagement, a healthy child has been born, and you can see every person claiming parentage to that child. I think that is a wonderful thing. Many people have called us names, but those people have nothing to show for the success we have today. Some of them are waiting for this money, which they have not fought for, but do not want to come to this house to account. I do not want to mention them. I just want them to appreciate the fact that it is this robust engagement that has led to the monies that they are expecting to utilize. I hope they utilize that money well. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say that the amendments that are being proposed are also healthy amendments that would be able to have the monies released to the counties in time. One of the proposed issues is to enjoin Treasury and the Controller of Budget to release monies to counties in a timely way and to ensure that counties are not starved of funds. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to lastly thank members of this Senate for that kind of engagement. It caught the attention of everybody, including the people's president and the president of the Republic of Kenya. And when Senate and its leadership met in that house, everything good came out of it. And I'm happy to be associated with what has come out of it. I want to conclude because the mood of the House is that we dispense and dispatch money to counties so that the Council of Gangsters do not continue with their gangsterism. So, Mr. Speaker, I propose and I want to second that we do so. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
You second, not propose.
I want to propose and second, Mr. Speaker. I'm doing both.
That's not your word.
Semantics.
No, don't get into semantics that will mislead the House. Just for the record.
Mr. Speaker, I stand advised and I second. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the honor and correction.
Honorable Senators, I now propose the question which is that the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, be read a second time. I put the question, which is that the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, be read a second time. So again, we are going to use the roll call to vote, just like we did the other time. So the bell should be, direct that the bell be rung for 1 minute. For 5 minutes, okay. 5 minutes, okay. 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 The whips, make sure your members are in. Whips. Oh, give us the tellers for the ayes. Senator Cherargei, for yes or no? Eh? Eh? The noes? Who is the teller for the no? Okay. Can we start? Let's start the voting.
Honorable Senators, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, second reading, roll call. Senator Adan Dulo Fatuma, Isiolo County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim, Wajir County.
I vote yes.
Senator Boy Isa Juma, Kwale County.
I vote yes.
Senator Cherargei Samson Kiprotich, Nandi County.
I vote yes.
Senator Cheriot Aaron Kipkirui, Kericho County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haji Mohamed Yusuf, Garissa County.
I vote yes.
Senator Hagura Godana, Marsabit County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Turkana County. Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda, Machakos County. Senator Kajwang Moses Otieno, Homa Bay County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kamar Margaret Jepkoech, Uasin Gishu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Kangata Irongo, Moranga County.
I vote yes.
Senator Haniri George, Vihiga County.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Kibiru Charles Robinson, Kirinyaga County.
I vote yes. I vote yes.
Senator Kihika Susan Wakarura, Nakuru County.
I vote yes. Thank you.
Senator Kimani Wamatangi Paul, Kiambu County.
Napiga ndio.
Senator Kindiki Kithure, Tharaka Nithi County.
Mr. Speaker, for the sake of one Kenya, I vote yes.
Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County. Senator Langat Christopher Andrew, Bomet County.
I vote yes.
Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Loitiptip Anwar, Lamu County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mazayo Stewart Mwachiru, Kilifi County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mahamud Mohamed Maalim, Mandera County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Malala Cleophas Wahungu, Kakamega County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County.
Senator Mbogo George Ochilo Ayako, Migori County.
Mr. Speaker, for monies for all counties, I vote yes.
Senator Mogeni Eric Okongo, Nyamira County.
I vote yes.
Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Murkomen Onesimus Kipchumba, Elgeyo Marakwet County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mutula Kilonzo Jr., Makueni County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Mwaruma Jones Mwashushe, Taita Taveta County.
I vote yes.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki, Mombasa County.
I vote yes.
Senator Nderito John Kinyua, Laikipia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Olekina Ledama, Narok County.
Ledama.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I vote yes.
Senator Ongeri Samson Kegengo, Kisii County.
I vote emphatically yes.
Senator Orengo James, Siaya County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Outa Frederick Otieno, Kisumu County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County. Senator Sakaja Johnson Arthur, Nairobi County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wako Sitwila Amos, Busia County.
I vote yes.
Senator Wambua Enoch Kio, Kitui County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Wario Golich Juma, Tana River County.
I vote yes. You're on record. Come here. Come here. Japa.
I vote yes.
Senator Wetangula Moses Masika, Bungoma County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Senator Imana Malakai Charles Ekal, Senator Kabaka Boniface Mutinda, Machakos County. Senator Kirinyaga Ephraim Mwangi Maina, Nyeri County. Senator Lelegwel Tumbesi, Samburu County. Senator Linturi Franklin Mithika, Meru County. Senator Mbito Michael Malinga, Trans Nzoia County. Senator Moi Gideon Kipsielei Towet, Baringo County. Senator Mpayei Philip Salau, Kajiado County. Senator Mwangi Paul Githiomi, Nyandarua County. Senator Ndwiga Peter Njeru, Embu County. Senator Pogisio Samuel Losuron, West Pokot County.
Mr. Speaker, I vote yes.
Okay, take your seats. Take your seats, senators. Okay, order, senators. Before I read the results, I just want to remind senators that there's another voting, so you will hang around so that we conclude this business tonight. So, results of the division are as follows. The nays have 0, abstention 0, ayes 37, the ayes have it.
The County Allocation of Revenue Bill 2020, a bill for an act of parliament to provide for the equitable allocation of revenue raised nationally among the county governments for the 2020-2021 financial year, the responsibilities of national and county governments pursuant to such allocation, and for connected purposes.
Next order.
Order number 15, the County Allocation of Revenue Bill, Senate Bills number 7 of 2020, Committee of the Whole.
Aya, sasa waheshimiwa maseneta, tuko katika kamati ya ujumla na ili tuweze kuanza kufuatilizia.
Clauses 3, 4, 5 and 6.
Napendekeza kwamba swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 3, 4, 5 na 6 kiwe mojawapo ya mswada huu. Na pendekeza rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 3, 4, 5 na 6 kiwe cha mswada huu. Tutapiga kura hapo mwisho. Kipengele cha 7.
Clause 7.
Napendekeza kwamba kipengele cha 7 kiwe kimojawapo cha mswada huu. Mwenyekiti?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the amendment be adopted as proposed. Yeah, then I read. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, and I'm not seeing these days. I propose that the amendment in the bill I propose that clause 7 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
Napendekeza kwamba kipengele cha 7 kiwe kama vile ambavyo kimebadilishwa kiwe vile kilivyo. Napendekeza swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 7 kiweze kubadilishwa kama vile mwenyekiti amependekeza. Kura tutapiga tukimalizia.
Clauses 8 and 9.
Napendekeza rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 8 na 9 kiwe kimojawapo cha mswada huu. Na weka swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 8 na 9 kiwe viwe mmojawapo wa mswada huu rasmi. Tutapiga kura mwishowe.
Clause 10.
Napendekeza kwamba swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 10 kiwe kimojawapo cha mswada huu. Mwenyekiti?
I propose that is proposed in the order paper.
Lazima uombe rasmi. I beg to move. Mwenyekiti tafadhali.
I beg to move that clause 10 of the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper.
Asante. Napendekeza rasmi kwamba swala hili kwamba kipengele cha 10 kiweze kubadilishwa kama vile ambavyo mwenyekiti amependekeza. Naweka swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 10 kiweze kurekebishwa kama vile mwenyekiti amependekeza. Tutapiga kura mwishowe.
Clause 11.
Napendekeza kwamba kipengele cha 11 kiwe kimojawapo cha mswada huu. Mwenyekiti?
I beg to move that clause 11 of the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper.
Na pendekeza rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 11 kiweze kurekebishwa kama vile ambavyo mwenyekiti amependekeza, na naweka swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 11 kiweze kurekebishwa kama vile ambavyo kimependekezwa. Tutapiga kura tukitamatia. Mheshimiwa Mutula Kilonzo, Senator.
I thought, Chair, that in your communication you would say, I propose that clause 11 be amended, as opposed to be saying, be part of the bill, because it is being amended. Yani Kiswahili kinaleta utata. Kiswahili chako kinaleta utata.
Nafikiri Mheshimiwa Senator nimefanya vivyo hivyo. Nimesema kwamba ninapendekeza swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 11 kiwe kimojawapo cha mswada. Na la pili nasema kwamba napendekeza swali rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 11 kiweze kurekebishwa kama vile kimependekezwa na mwenyekiti.
Kwa hivyo unasoma mara mbili.
New clause 12.
Mwenyekiti?
Kwa Kiswahili ama kwa Kizungu. I beg to move that clause 12 of the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper.
Mwenyekiti tafadhali karibia hapa ili tuweze kuwasiliana vyema. Tuieni radhi, hatuna ule uzoefu lakini tunajaribu. Haya mwenyekiti, ni wakati wako.
Asante. I beg to propose that the new clause 10 be clause 12
amended.
Safari mwenyekiti, kama unaweza kuketi hapa karibu itatusaidia sana.
I propose that new clause 12 bill led the second time.
Asante. Napendekeza rasmi swala kwamba kipengele cha 12 kiweze kusomwa kwa mara ya pili. Naweka swala rasmi kwamba kipengele cha 12 sasa kisomwe kwa mara ya pili. Tutapiga kura tukitamatisha.
First schedule.
Naweka swala rasmi kwamba jadwali hili la kwanza liweze kuwa mojawapo la majadwali ya huu mswada. Mwenyekiti?
that the first schedule be amended as indicated.
I beg to move that the first schedule be amended as indicated in the order paper.
Ninapendekeza rasmi kwamba swala hili kwamba jedwali hili la kwanza liweze kurekebishwa kama vile mwenyekiti amependekeza. Naweka swala rasmi kwamba jedwali hili la kwanza nambari 1 liweze kama vile ambavyo limerekebishwa liweze pia kuwa katika huu mswada na tutapiga kura hapo mwishowe.
The second schedule, third schedule and the fourth schedule.
Napendekeza kwamba swala kwamba jedwali la pili, la tatu na la 4 ziwe mojawapo vya vipengele vya mswada huu. Naweka swala rasmi kwamba jedwali la pili, la tatu na la 4 viwe katika mswada huu na tutapiga kura hapo mwishowe.
Clause 2 and the title.
Na pendekeza rasmi kwamba kipengele cha pili na vile ambavyo mswada unapoitwa rasmi jina la mswada ziwe mojawapo za huu mswada. Napiga pia pendekezo kwamba kipengele cha pili na pia jina la mswada ziwe mojawapo za mswada huu. Tutapiga kura hapo mwishowe.
Clause 1.
Napendekeza kwamba kipengele cha kwanza kiwe kimojawapo cha huu mswada. Mwenyekiti?
I beg to move that clause 1 of the bill be amended as proposed.
Napendekeza rasmi kwamba kipengele cha kwanza kiweze kama vile ambavyo kimerekebishwa kiweze kuwa mojawapo cha huu mswada, na pia naweka rasmi swali kwamba kipengele cha kwanza kiweze kurekebishwa kama vile mwenyekiti amependekeza. Tutapiga kura hapo mwisho. Asanteni sana waheshimiwa wataadhimiwa maseneta. Tumefika tamati ya mswada huu na ningependa kuomba kwamba kengele ipigwe kwa dakika 2 ndiposa tuweze kurejea katika kikao rasmi. Asante. Na tutapiga kura baadaye. Asante. Kengele iweze kupigwa kwa dakika zingine 3 tafadhali, kwa sababu bado hatuna maseneta wa kutosha.